Oh, hello! So, slightly having technical difficulties with the new camera. We're going to try and figure it out. So, first of all, we have a few cameras we can change around, which is very exciting. So I'm just going to... Whoop. This is now going to be my face cam. Isn't it prettier? Hello, Kristen! Hi, Yuke! Hi, Sarah! I'm having technical difficulties. We'll see how we go. So if I put this... I don't want this. Under there. Cool. What? Oh, excuse me. So this is going to be my new face cam. This is the one I used to use on the artwork. Now... Oh my god, it's working! Okay, never mind. No technical difficulties. Huzzah! Ha 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 ha! Look at the texture, you can see it. Wait, is that working? Why can't you see my hand? Hand is on the paper, thank you. Okay. This is confusing. Why can you not see it? Ah! Double me. Okay. Sorry about this. No, I want to go into that one. Sorry, just doing some very quick live edits. How was everyone's day today? Tell me about your days. What did everyone get up to? Press. Bam! Okay, that should work fine. Ooh. Let's just call it that. That should be fine. Oh. Okay, face cam is working. That was our smallest problem. Why can't you see my hand on this? Maybe I need to do the refresh thing. Hold on. USB reset. Yes. USB streaming standby. Why are you standing by? Neeks, hi Neeks. Can I use normal PVA glue to seal wood, or would that not be archival? You are correct, that would not be archival. PVA glue is susceptible to heat and humidity, especially humidity, so unfortunately that one could peel up. It also could deteriorate and yellow over time. You know when you have those kids' school projects that sort of were glued together and then you pull them out after a couple of years and they just go... That's what's going to happen. So unfortunately I would have a look for clear gesso. I really recommend the Art Spectrum clear gesso. I absolutely love it. Or something called binder medium. Binder medium is a very thin consistency sealer for woods and other porous surfaces. And because it's quite thin, it spreads over a large area. So it's pretty cheap and easy to use. So I would have a look for that in your art supplies store or online. So binder medium. Yeah. New camera off and on again to refresh it. We can try that, because yeah, it's not showing my hand on the paper, it's just... Let's cancel. Oh, aren't you pretty? Whoop. Whoop. And then... USB streaming. That's streaming. That's so weird that it's showing a straight one. Hi Ian! So it's showing a still image, but it's not actually showing movement. I don't know what I've done. But so far the picture is beautiful, like absolutely gorgeous. Look at that, and it goes all out of focus over here and you can see my palette. Actually, I could probably change the angle on the tripod. Give me a sec. That will be a lot nicer. The other problem is, I did not put this on to charge before I had dinner. So, we will see how long it lasts if I can get it to work. And we might have to switch to our old camera just for the rest of the stream tonight, because I forgot that I don't have a power cord for this camera like I do my other camera. And I'm a dumb. But that's okay. Already, that is such a pretty picture compared to the old one. What is going on, Sony camera? Let's just connect you again. Remove that. Yes. Okay. Add new. New video. Let's see. You. Yes! You gonna be good? First default, that all sounds good. Can you see my hand? Ah! Okay. I'm very easily impressed. And excited. Yay! Alright, it's over my head. Face, 1 second. Whoop! Yay! You can see it! And I think I fixed it! Now this is me not having messed with any of the settings whatsoever on the camera. This is straight out of the box, exactly what it is. Oh, you're giving me all the hard questions, Neeks. What do you think is the best way to price your art? Actually, I suggest, do you want to scroll down a little bit? We've got a Discord, and that's a great place to chuck those kinds of questions. I have discussed it once before, but I can't remember which channel I discussed it in. But basically, it's collecting data. The more data you can collect on other artists that you perceive as them being at your level, write down as many of their prices as you can see and find where the middle zone is. So not people who are like creating giant paintings if you're doing A5, try and find lots of other people, minimum 5 to 10, who create work similar to what you're creating, see what they price it as, make sure to keep in mind whether they're selling it through a gallery or not, because if they're selling it through a gallery, often it will be a higher price because they've got to make sure they compensate for the gallery commission and things like that. Also, if they're selling it through a gallery, they're not paying for postage, etc. If you have to pay for postage, then make sure you're accounting for that. That's a very short summary, but chuck it in the Discord and I can give you more information later. Which is cool. Yay, camera. Okay, now we can do— oh, hello, Dipper. Hello. Hello, puppy. How are you? She's bouncy. Dad just came home. Yay. Okay. Oiltober. Do we want to do some painting? I've got our beautiful ball. I say ball. Here is our beautiful vase of prompts. Has everyone been keeping up with the Oiltobers on Instagram? I've only done 3 so far, so I haven't done that many. Alright, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? This one. What's this one? Rock climbing! From the grid. Oh, look at how the camera focuses on it! Oh, that's so nice. Ian, that's so nice. Okay. Ugh. That was pretty fast to focus as well. Like, how fast did that focus? Bam! That's pleasant. Okay. Rock climbing. And see if anything grabs me there. Often at this point as well, if I've got— why did voice go away? That was weird. Sorry. Sorry, folks. That's what I get for going away from the window where I can see your text. Alt-tab kills the mic moments. It could have been that, yeah, where I switch windows. My bad. Was fixed, gone again. What do you mean? Voice back. Okay, cool. I manually turned it back on. Should have been fine. Okay, well I can see the mic bar there now, so I'm assuming it's being nice now. Ooh. There's some really nice zoomed out images where it's basically a silhouette on a cloudscape, and that is quite pretty. But I also like the weird little rock dudes. Like the little handholds. I'm not sure. The next Kofi objective, a lip reader and subtitle software. Oh, absolutely. I've got to actually look into, I'm pretty sure there is closed caption add-ons that you can do through Stream Elements, but I haven't looked into it because I want to do that and I want to do alerts, so that way if anyone subscribes or donates, a little pop-up comes up. That would be really cool. So first thing was getting this looking pretty so you guys can see it. Let me just turn up the light a bit. Oh, that's better. Yeah. Okay. What else we got? Very dramatic pictures of very muscly people doing rock climbing. Or views of ladies' bums as they rock climb. Very creative. There's just some really nice pictures of rocks. I could do a still life of a rock. That'd be very Brooklyn Nine-Nine. That's a nice rock. Maybe I could do a still life of a natural rock and one of the fake rocks together. I don't know why, I really like the fake rocks, because they look like alien things. Would that be too weird? Do a fake rock and do a real rock? Rock comparison? What is happening with this mic? Tell me fine, Mike. Can you hear me again? I've been talking about rock climbing things. Do a real rock. Yeah. Do a real rock. If you do a fake rock, you might take it for granted. Yeah, you win a point. That's the other thing, I need a pun counter. Just for you. You can hear me, cool. Thanks, Ian. Alright, I'm feeling the still life of a real rock with a fake rock, I think. Because these little fake rocks are just kind of cute. They're such an organic shape, but they also make no sense. Ooh, some of them come with like textured coatings. That's fancy. And some of them actually look a lot more like fake rocks. Yay! How was everyone's days today? What did we get up to today? Today I was very glad to take Dipper for a walk early. As opposed to trying to get her to wait while I do painting, I was just like, stuff it, we'll go for the walk first. And then it ended up raining all afternoon, so that was a really good call. So I think we might keep doing that for now, where I get up, have breakfast, take her for a walk, then try and sit down and do some painting. Rather than try and paint first and get her to wait till lunchtime, because sometimes she just doesn't want to wait. Alright. I think I want the yellow ones actually. Where are the yellow ones? Sorry, I'm just picking colours now. I haven't done any yellow in my paintings, so bold. Hey Dodgy, how you doing? I got the prompt rock climbing. So at the moment I'm looking at a lot of pictures of those fake little plastic handholds that you use for indoor rock climbing and real rocks, and I'm like, maybe some sort of still life of a fake rock with a real rock. I don't know why, but it's really appealing to me right now. So tonight's gonna rock. Everyone, we are blessed with the presence of the amazing Rog, who made the beautiful dodgy paper that I'm painting on. It's gonna look sort of blobby and weird, but anyone who does rock climbing will be like, hey, I get it. which I do have some friends who do rock climbing, thus the prompt popping up, I'm sure. I'm just using my little filbert brushes. I've got some new little Tintoretto ones, which is a brand I haven't used before, and they're quite nice. It's just a synthetic, but it's quite keeping its shape quite well, which is really nice. I'm having too much fun with this focus. Okay. What else do I need? What else do I need? You thought I was just on some weird tangent. All my weird tangents come from somewhere. Sorry for the bend over. I needed my rag. Okay. Plus, we can blame the Gridler for this prompt, so... Okay. A little bit of medium. Now, our little handhold is bright yellow, so we're going to use a bit of this. I've got a dark cadmium and I've got a Naples. I don't quite have the normal medium cadmium, which I would prefer for this, but I'm going to buy some new tubes tomorrow. I'm going to work at the art shop. Now, can I zoom you in? I can. Oh wow! Oh wow! Look at that detail! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, folks! Look at that! Dodgy, I just got a new camera, so I'm having a lot of fun, Rog. Look at that texture! You can actually see what I'm painting! Oh, that's so pretty! Enhance! I'll enhance that JPEG so hard. Oh, guys, this is life-changing. This is so nice. No, not guys. Hey, everyone. This is so crisp. It is! Look at all those little dodgy craters. Look at the little lumpies. The little add-ins. Oh, it is so pretty. So pretty, so pretty, so pretty. And thank you again to everyone who donated on my Kofi account so that we could upgrade the camera. You guys are amazing. Thank you to all my collectors who bought art recently, because that was a huge contributor. Oh, man. Happy Liz is happy. I think I'm going to integrate some of this bright green into this, just to give it a bit of variation on the shadow side. Yeah. I foresee this will end up with a bit of a highlight behind the figures, because the grey rock on grey paper is going to need something to help stand out. These little things really do look like alien shapes. Or what were there was a toy in the 90s that was like Knuckles or something. They were like these little figures that you threw, and it was something to do with how they landed. You scored points. Were they called Knuckles? Or did you put them on your knuckles before you threw them? Something like that. I remember having some. They were one of those ones where it was like collectible, and if you got the super rare ones, they were like awesomer, and they were glow in the dark ones and stuff. Knuckleheads! Thank you! Actually, Knuckleheads and Crazy Bones both sound familiar. Were they competing brands, or were they the same thing? Crazy, I'm googling now. Crazy. stupid audio. Thank you. Yeah, no, I definitely think I had knuckleheads. I may have had crazy bones as well, or maybe my sisters had crazy bones. I just remember the little bag that the knuckleheads came in, so I definitely had that. But yes, the papers. So last year I did 2 coats of clear gesso just on the front, and this year I've done 2 coats of clear gesso on the front and 1 on the back. And the one I've used is this guy, Art Spectrum Artist Acrylic Clear Gesso. So this one's made in Australia, and it has a really matte finish, which I absolutely love because it feels more like the dodgy paper originally feels, just less absorbent. As opposed to when I've used some other gessos like Liquitex and Binder Medium and stuff, it's left sort of a semi-glossy, plasticky surface. So this one feels absolutely lovely. And by sealing the back as well, the problem I had last year is when I was signing the back with a pen, it would sort of bleed into the paper. So now with the back sealed as well, it means I can sign it and nothing's going to go wrong. So that's nice and easy. Yeah, Moose Elastics, they were fun. We had a couple of sets of those in the end, didn't we? I need my reference picture back. Hold on. Where? Mic's still working? Yes, good. Yes. But yeah, that Art Spectrum Clear Gesso only came out last year, so that was the first time I used it, was for Oiltober last year, and I was so happy that it did come out then, because now it is my one of choice. And like, I've probably used 300 to 400 ml of that 500 ml container, priming 31 sheets with 3 layers, so that's not bad. I feel like it's gone pretty far. And how much was that one? I think I took the price tag off. I can't remember. Affordable, because again, if you can ever buy art supplies that are made in the country that you're in, they will always be more affordable than ones made internationally. And being an island, importing other country art supplies is always quite expensive here in Australia. It is a bit Yellow Submarine, isn't it? That's the thing, the shape's like doesn't really make sense unless you know rock climbing, so I kind of like how the title is going to give it context. Maybe I'll do 2 of these little things. I've painted a little bit small. I am so in love with this camera already and I haven't even messed with it. I'm pretty sure I put image stabilization on. It was called something else, but it sounded like the right thing. Hopefully the battery lasts a little while, we'll see how we go. Then we'll revert back to the old camera and feel archaic. Oh, I need the dark. Dark. Also, yeah, the other thing I mentioned on Instagram, I don't know if I've mentioned here, I'm using my water-soluble oils rather than my normal oils to protect the fact that I don't need to inhale solvents while pregnant. And so far they're pretty good. I'm just a little colour limited compared to my normal oils because I have too many normal oils and only what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 sounds like a lot, but really there's a few colours I really want, so I'm buying more tomorrow. It is a bit like a ducky. Oh, my best friend is making a birthday cake for her 2-year-old, and I'm so proud of her. She pulled out the Women's Day cake baking book. And now I just really want the duck cake because I keep seeing people make the duck cake and it's my favourite. Sarah, you've had the duck cake a couple of times, haven't you? Or just variations of duck cakes in general. You've had some great ones over the years. Should make an album. Chip lips and popcorn hair. Apparently it was in a episode of Bluey, and that's why my workmate had to make it for her daughter, because she's like, I want the Bluey cake. And she was like, oh god, I don't want to make a cake of Bluey. And then she showed her the episode, and it was like, no, it's the duck cake from the book that was in Bluey. Oh yeah, I actually haven't had that one. Yeah, Kristen knows it from Bluey. Yeah. Yeah. So it's had a revival. Oh, Sarah, we should make you that cake. We'll just have a cooking party when we're allowed to, and we'll just make that cake and we can all eat it together. That would be fun. Now I'm just going in with some highlights. We can really give it some 3D form. I'd actually have to darken the darks quite a lot to make it work. Oh, hello, puppy. Oh, you're taking your toys out. That's fair. Good girl. She does have quite a few toys in here at the moment. It's a gradual process of her bringing the toys in here and then taking the toys out to the couch again. And then bringing them back in here. And then back out to the couch. It's a travelling system. Some way you have a 3D duck cake mould. Ooh. Mould ones are hard though, because if you ice them, you sort of ruin the design, so you're almost sort of destined to do a naked or an icing sugary finished cake. Unless you use the design as like a guide to do like handy decorations or something. Ooh, doggo. Get out of it. There we go, that's a bit more shadow. That's okay. Yeah. I think I want to integrate some purple in to strengthen those shadows. Yeah, I think that works a bit better than the red shadows are really nice, but they're not as telling of the shape. So sometimes you can have something that's really pretty, but if it's not performing the job it needs to perform, it might need a rethink. Yeah, that's got a bit more shape to it now. It really does look like a weird little thing, doesn't it? I knew I was getting into that at the start, but oh well. This is what Oiltober is for, painting weird things I normally don't paint. And experimenting. So much dodgy goodness. How are you, Larry? I love how you can see all the texture of the paper now, like so well. It's so different compared to before when it all sort of fuzzed out. Like the camera that's on my face at the moment is the one I used to use for the art, so like it's definitely a step up from my old face cam, but wow, is this showing the detail? The paint's so much more. I'll be really interested to do another painting on aluminium because that's such a different surface to the dodgy paper. I'm fired up, guys. Fired up. Such a funny little object. Be a good one to actually paint from life if I bought a real one from Bunnings. Just because it's got so many twists and turns and you could light it in so many different ways. Like the picture I'm going off is actually the Bunnings product picture, so it's very overlit, but you could get some great shadows and form out of this if you lit it with one light rather than a bunch. Crispy! Relax and crispy. Maybe that'll be the thing now, it's just crispy camera. Okay. Get some little highlights on this, make it look a bit juicy. It's alright if you put on too much highlights, you can always calm it down. I'd rather overdo it than bring it back rather than not do enough. There we go. Yeah, I was saying I took Dipper for a walk today. And we actually found it, so there's like it's not a gated community, but it's like, you know when you go down a street and they've got like a name on the front of the street and it's like a network of little streets beyond it. So it's not like a gated community, but it's like, it's people with money. We parked at the chemist and then we walked down to this little community because I knew they had a park in the middle. And I've been there twice before and walked around the park, but I thought it was named Lake something, so I'm like, surely there is an actual lake, maybe. So this time we walked a different route that I haven't before, and I found there was an actual lake. So that was really nice, and we walked around the lake. It was a bit manufactured, but it was super nice, and they had so much wildlife in that park. There were so many birds and stuff. I was a little wary of being swooped, but not today. So that was good. But yeah. It was a super lovely walk, so I would 100% go there again. And I think that's been one of my favourite things of not only having Dipper, but during lockdown and things, is just discovering all these little nooks and crannies in my local area that I didn't realise were there before. It was actually really quiet as well, which was nice. There were a couple of like bike riders doing laps, and it was only like, what was it, like a 2,000 step circuit, so they lapped me a couple of times, and I'm like, that's fine. But yeah, it was a nice little spot. It's good to know it exists. Alright, let's zoom out a little bit again. There we go. Just gonna move this sideways so you can see the paint. I've made this nice little fiery mix over here. Alright, I'm gonna lay in where our natural rock is gonna go. There's our natural rock. I don't actually have a black, so let me see if I can mix one. The one I did yesterday I actually wanted to be black and white, but ended up going with blue because I was too lazy to mix. That's not too bad. It's just a... Get what deep blue this is. I think it's in Dancerin blue and raw umber mixing together. Maybe if I put a bit of red in it, it'll neutralize it. That brought up the value too much. Alright. Let's darken it again. More raw umber. More blue. So it's probably going to lean a little bit cool, but that's okay. Ooh, this rock has a lot of detail in it. Let's see how we go. I need to just angle you guys up a little bit. There we go. Ready. One big shape there. Gotta find the biggest shapes first. Simplify. This is quite a sharp rock, which I think will look good next to our little curvy dude down here. Now I've just got Captain Holt in my head from Brooklyn Nine-Nine saying those are some good rocks from his rock paintings. That's something if back in the day I was still on DeviantArt, I would totally do fan art of the rock painting. I love doing that kind of stupid stuff. But I just don't find the time nowadays. Which is boo. I think Oiltober is as close as I get to doing fan art, because sometimes I get to do characters and things. Nice big baggedy rock. Alrighty. Now let's got some paper here. He did! There was an episode, what episode was it? It was like he got mugged or something and they had to retrace his steps. And they went to his art class where he paints still lives of this one rock all the time. It was an episode with Kevin. I love all the episodes with Kevin. I still haven't watched the most recent season because I'm worried I'm going to cry. It looks like it has feelings. Sometimes I am not in the mood to have feelings. But I love all the characters, so I need to watch the rest of it. I need to watch the finale. Yeah! I find it so weird there's some episodes like that that I just remember compared to other ones that I'm just like, eh. Like, in all TV shows, there's some that just weirdly I get like the soundbite stuck in my brain. Those are some nice rocks. Shh. Alright. This is interesting because the paper's going to give me so much texture. How much texture do I need to paint in? Is the question. I can paint in the light, but do I need to actually stipple in some stuff? Oh, the Wednesday incident, season 2, episode 16. Yick, you are quick on the Google. You are very quick on the Google. Well done. Now we've been binging Mythbusters lately. I think we're up to season 8 or something heinous. Just because it's a really nice show to watch when you're a bit brain dead. Especially because we watched it before. You remember bits and pieces, but not like the minutiae of the episodes. So it's sort of like, oh yeah, I remember them doing this experiment. But at the same time, you're like, I want to watch the high speeds again, because the high speeds are great. Yeah. I like how we've got a little bit of green and blue mixed into this, because that contrasts with the yellow so nicely. Opposites of the colour wheel. Yeah. I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder. Oh, we're getting into the Shrek quotes now. I like it. I like it. That movie was still so unique in its time. Like, I feel like parody fantasy is such a film genre now, but that was so unique when it came out. Or parody classic tales, rather, is so much more of a thing now. Oh, too blue, too blue. Make it a bit greener. Go green. Sorry, my head's in the way. Let me just get rid of my head for a little bit. Oh, actually, I can move me. Ugh. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's that. Okay. That should stay there. Nope. Put me down here. Now you can see what I'm mixing. So you can see everything starts a lot brighter on the palette and then it calms down over here. That's just sort of a natural effect of the oil paints mixing together. Although this dodgy paper is almost a perfect match for the background of my palette, which is good. It's a real mid-tone grey. So that makes mixing easier because it means everything is going to be reasonably well represented when you bring it across. Rather than when you paint on white, everything looks a bit brighter. When you paint on black, everything looks a bit more dull. That kind of thing. So, it's worth thinking about the colour of your palette because it does influence how your colours look before you bring them onto here. That's why you see so many artists tone their canvas, like they do a wash of like burnt umber or raw umber or something like that before they start, and it's to calm the canvas down so it's not that bright white where you can't see what you're mixing. Oh, you're a paper maker too, Larry! That's awesome! Do you have a particular style or anything like that that you like to make, or you like to make lots of stuff? I'll admit, I don't think I've actually done it myself since, like, primary school, but I highly admire the paper making. Brighter sheets, but everything dries darker anyway. Yeah, that'll be the effect of water and things as well, because when the water saturates the fibres, it can change the tone. Or more, it doesn't change the tone so much as it changes how the light bounces off the paper. When it's dry, the light bounces off a lot more succinctly. It doesn't sort of sink into the paper. Off-brand dodgy paper. Should ask Dodgy to sponsor you. Dodgy Worldwide. Ooh. We're opening up factions, are we? Gotta make sure they get those franchisee packs, you know. Like it. I just watched the Dodgy Paper live streams over on Twitch. If anyone is a Twitch person, you can go follow over on Twitch and watch the magic be made. Awesome drawing sessions, awesome still life sessions. I've caught a couple of the still life sessions and had a doodle. Sometimes the still lifes are a bit intense for me. Too many things with too many tiny details. But that is because I am a simple girl. And also a wuss when it comes to highly detailed objects in oil paint. Almost a year now. Yay! I do admit, watching streaming is something I've very much gotten into since all the lockdown started. Like, I used to casually watch a couple of mates who streamed, but I didn't sort of look wider than the people I knew in real life. And now I've got probably a network of about 20 to 30 streams that I watch regularly, which is a lot. But, you know, if I'm sitting at the desk, sitting at the easel anyway, might as well have some wonderful people sharing what they're excited about on the TV or on the computer screen, which is quite nice. I have no idea how we're doing on battery. It might just die at some point and then we'll figure it out. But this has been lovely to be able to show you the new camera. Love some love in my stream chat. Love some love. Hey Joe, how you going? The stream prompt today, and I'm gonna hold it up to show off the new camera, is rock climbing. Oh, come on. Yeah, you're not gonna do it? Why aren't you gonna do it now? It's because I touched the screen earlier. What are you doing? You can cancel the... no. Oh, I was doing it before and then I touched the screen to focus somewhere and now I think I've turned it on to specific focus, so now it's staying focused over there. How do I change it back? Display? Nope. Oh, I've done something. Nope. Nope. Either way, the prompt is rock climbing. Hey Jess! And it's not doing the autofocus anymore because I've stuffed up the autofocus somehow. What have I done? Not letting me mess with the settings while it's streaming. There, I will fix that next stream. I'm sorry. But yes, rock climbing. So we've ended up with an artificial rock from indoor rock climbing and a real rock. And we might do another artificial rock depending on how I feel. But yes, the new camera. How much texture and everything could you see? It's so pretty. This is it with barely any settings messed with at all. I literally charged it an hour before stream because I forgot to charge it earlier. I had like this list of things I had to finish today before I was allowed to play with the camera, and by the time I finished that list, it was like 7:15. That was slightly problematic, but we got there, and I'm allowed to play with it now, so yay! This dark. Okay. Yeah, Iggy, new camera! Look at that texture! Texture! I need another rock. Should it be another indoor rock? Or a rock with googly eyes? Like a pet rock. The color reproduction is so much better. Oh my god. Like, even look at the palette, which is out of focus. That's so nice. And my studio light doesn't blow it out now. The studio light is acting much more how it looks in person, which I'm really happy about. Yeah, I think I'm gonna look up a pet rock just to have 3D. Okay, it definitely does something weird when I change into my web browser for a second. That seems to be the recurring theme of my microphone being a butt. Sorry about that. Okay. But yes, you do own that many board games, Iggs. And that many records, and probably quite a few in the terms of like comic books and things. How are you going to pack up all the Lego? In May. That's a good point. Are you going to disassemble all your Lego? I use the microphone for Zoom and that though, not Oh, you mean the web browser is taking over my microphone as though it was on Zoom. That makes sense. 17 days to move. Heck. Heck. That's alright, but again, if you need boxes, tell me, do a drive-by my work, and I'll pick boxes out the door for you, because we always have way too many, especially at the moment, because everyone is ordering like it's Christmas, which I prefer they order now like it's Christmas than at Christmas, because postage is so weird, but at the same time, it's hectic. It's hectic. Reusable plastic crates. Jack was talking about that last time we moved. Like the ones that like crisscrossed. I want the ones that we used to use at Riot when I worked there back in the day, because they were great and yeah, stackable and very compact. And because you got 17 days, at least you can sort of... Well, it's 17 days until you can start to move stuff across, isn't it? Yeah. It's safer not to use movers. That's a good call. It's gotta be more brown. More brown. December 1st you get the keys. Ooh. That's awesome. Just leave the kitchen till last, you'll be fine. Then you can bring all these stackable crates back over to do the kitchen. It is hard and tiring, Joe. You did such a good job, but worth it. Do you feel like you're unpacked yet, Joe? Because you've been there about, what, a month? A little bit less? You're just buying a new fridge? That's one way to do it. Are you going to sell that one, though? Don't leave it for the landlord selling the place. Cannot wait to be able to come see your new place in person. It looks so pretty in the pictures. Someone can grab it off the curb. Yeah, fair enough. Fifth hand fridge has probably had enough homes. I didn't realise your fridge was that old, but I think that's because I'm judging it from the freezer that is Helen's, because that was pretty well new. But you guys never really wanted that anyway. Yeah, get Shiny Electrical to do everything. If anyone needs an electrician, Shiny Electrical is the best. They're the best. Shiny Dave of Shiny Electrical, who is, in fact, shiny. And not just because he's bald. He's just a shiny personality. This is fun, guys. I'm having fun. I'm definitely going to do some more live streams as I do Oiltober. But so far this week I will be back on Thursday night at 8 PM to do another one. That's all I've got planned ahead so far in terms of live stream. I'll play more with the camera first to sort of settle in with it. Yeah, post the fridge on Gumtree, that's a good idea. I do admit the still works sign as you pass things, it's always a little bit tempting. Like I'm a hard rubbish fiend. I can't help but look every time. Even though I don't need anything. I don't need anything. My house is full. It's full of stuff, but I still look. And you can't turn off that look impulse. It is true Dave is the best. Yay! Oh, you've got a Shiny Dave list on the go. What do you want Shiny Dave to do, Jess? I would like to buy a house simply so I can be like Shiny Dave. I want my studio to have 47 PowerPoints. Because most of the time I'm in a spare bedroom, like in here, and there is one double PowerPoint in this room. And you can see how many things I'm trying to power off one double PowerPoint. It's a schmozzle of chords. It's not particularly ideal. But yes, if I had my own place one day, 47 PowerPoints. Or one of those like tracks along the bottom edge of the wall where you can like put a PowerPoint in anywhere, that'd be great. You want the council to play for grants for murals. Oh, on the side of your new house. That'd be really cool. Just be careful that sometimes... Well, actually, who you should talk to is either Honeybones Gallery or just another agency, because they know so many amazing artists for murals. And there's so many in Melbourne who are just fabulous. But yeah, Honeybones Gallery is moving to a new location in Brunswick at the moment, and just another agency I've worked with a couple of times. That was when I did... You remember the matchbook artwork? So I painted on a matchbook? They did that exhibition. They did a whole bunch of stuff. Definitely look into that. You have one single PowerPoint in your study? Yeah, it's a single, not even a double? Oh my gosh. Yeah, mural to prevent. At least it'll sort of give you a baseline, and you can always sort of do repairs as you go. That's a good idea. Better than leaving it as a big white wall that's sort of asking for tags and things. Only a single, man. At least I've got a double in here. Alright, now you're making me feel appreciative of my double PowerPoint. Event. He looks like a little snake. Sorry, I'm just moving you guys down a bit. I'm gonna have to get a lot smoother at moving you. Alright. Okay, we've got all our base shapes in there. I'm gonna switch to a smaller brush, and then we can start adding detail. Detail! He's a bit of a snake. He's just one really long, flat river stone sort of thing. An artist that I love called Chelsea Gustafson, and I know she's done paintings of rocks with googly eyes and like garbage bags with googly eyes, so I'm definitely gonna have to tag her. I think she's based in Tassie. She's great. Look her up on Instagram, she's fab. She was recently a finalist in the Art Prize. I was a finalist in the Kennedy Art Prize in South Australia. which is very cool. You want to replace some of the lights with down lights, and one day replacing the kitchen pendant lights with something not ugly. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. I mean, they're not heinous, but yeah, they're not pretty. A block of cheese, a pickle, and an alien spaceship. I like it, Kristen. I like it. This brush is a bit big for me. Let's try this fellow. Yes, the oven being broken is not great. Thanks, Rog. But you want a better oven, a bigger oven. Are you gonna wait for a better, bigger oven, or are you gonna fix this one? That is the more dire question. I feel like you could just fix that one for now. Oh, your next door neighbor is an oven repair guy. Oh, well, that's convenient. Yeah. Just wait for the lockdown rules, I guess. I am tempted to call Jim's Cleaning when lockdown rules change to clean my bathrooms because they need it and I'm finding bending down to the floor difficult. And they did a lovely job when we moved into this place. I think I shall do that. Oh, little googly eye. Oh, googly moogly. He's less about rock climbing, but I'm okay with it. I think I'm gonna have to darken the holes on the artificial grip. Just too bright for the rest of the painting. If I integrate some blue shadow in, it will all exist in the same space a little bit better. I'm thinking about even putting another yellow one in, just because... Or maybe a red one? The piece is just a little bit leaning that way, and I sort of want a little bit more of an anchor there. Let me look at the red ones. Yeah. Get an AGA? What's an AGA? You always say that about your stuff, but you love stuff, Iggy. You and Leah both love certain stuff. Oh god, what have you done? Yeah, fine. Cookies, whatever. I don't care. Do a big brush for a sec. Oh, it's a brand of oven. Oh, that sounds pretty. So there were ones that look vintage, but they're actually fancy and new. That sounds lovely and very Jess, actually. Jess, what do you think? Leah wants one in the worst way. See? I told you like stuff. What's your new house have? Because it would suit the new house. Not that you need to spend more money after just buying a house. Oh, this is like I just put a big blob of red lipstick on here. I love it. Blub, 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 blub. Red, 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 red. Look how bright that red is on camera. It's perfect. That's exactly how it looks in real life. It's so much more accurate. They're enameled cast iron. Oh. The house has garbage. Boo. That's something you can replace slowly. Like, you don't have to replace everything straight away. If they've just put cheap fixtures in, you know. Use them for the 2 years they'll last and then gradually replace things. Especially if you're already committing to like a new fridge and stuff. That was the problem with one of the houses Jack and I was looking at, is just all the fixtures were just the cheapest shit. And even like the flooring and the carpeting, it was a big turn-off. It was just the cheapest, most whatever they could get installed. And you just knew it wasn't gonna last long, especially the like fake wood laminate flooring stuff. Not with the dog and everything. But we have Little Dipper when I do her nails. They get very sharp. I can attest to that because I have had scratches down my arm, as have my mother and my husband. And it's not her scratching you, it's just her wanting, you know, to jump up and see you, but she does not realise how sharp her claws are after I cut them. Yeah, see, that just balances the whole picture a little bit better. I love it. So you're looking at the AGA website. Oh, hold on. The cheapest one is $12,000. No, 7K. The best one is nearly 39K. Oh my gosh, for an oven. That's a car. That's a good car. It is hard to justify, yeah. Yeah, but that can be future Jess. That could be 10 years from now, Jess. Right now, if Jess's neighbour can fix her oven so that she can bake again, that sounds ideal. It's pronounced Aga, not H-E-A. Not Fazer, it's Agavans. Not Agavans, they're Agavans. You switched the dishwashers between houses during the move. Yeah, no, absolutely. Good call, Joe. Although, did you have to be careful about that with the person buying your house? Because when they've wanted your fancy dishwasher? Or was it not there when they bought the house? Alright, so we need all the bright light sources to be coming from the left. So this back rock I'm going to have to adjust a little bit because its light source is coming from the right. I'm so surprised the camera hasn't died yet, and I hope I don't jinx it by saying it. Yeah. Doing good. Making sure all my edges stay nice and sharp between objects. To stay really lineated. Business. Squeaky door is the worst! Oh, you still own the old house. Oh, that's even better! Awesome! So you were able to pilfer whatever you wanted out of it. That's awesome. That's smart. Joe, you're smart. Alright, I just assumed that you sold it. I'm so glad we added that red. That's just given the whole piece so much more life. So good. Lucky and smart can work together very well. Nothing wrong with being both. Doesn't feel real? Why doesn't it feel real? Cute. Okay, more details. You're still wigging out? Oh, fair enough, Iggy. It was what, this weekend? You wig out for as long as you would like to. You are more than welcome. I have too many tabs open. That time I went to my browser and it didn't turn my microphone off. I'm so confused. He does look like a snake, doesn't he? Just a rock, I promise. Yeah, Joe, that just means you're winning. Fuck the economy, you're winning! We need people like you to give the rest of us hope. Hope that something can be accomplished. Overload on the USB controller? Possibly. You guys buying a house was such an experience. And see, that's what I think we're lacking with the lockdown thing, is that I immediately need to go to someone's house and sit on their couch and just go into the fetal position for a while because I'm excited. And all the things. Changing the USB port on the mic, or changing the USB port on the camera, or just chucking my USB ports out the window and asking for new ones. Because I probably shouldn't do that. I do like that the new camera is going through the USB-C port I have on my CPU, which until now has gone largely unused. And I hope that that will give it a really nice strong connection. As well as that, yeah, that's why I was still able to connect both webcams. That's adorable, Krista, I love it! The microphone, okay, I think the microphone is plugged into one of the back USB ports rather than one of the front ones, so that might be the issue. But that's okay, because I can unplug the old webcam now. Because if I go back to here, that's the low res one. Fuzzy. That's the high res one. Actually, I can. If I make it a bit bigger, where's the black object there? This one's too widescreen. No. Oh, we're just gonna have to be that for the minute. I forget how I made the circle. We'll figure it out later. We'll figure it out later. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yeah. Little peg rock guy is looking pretty cute. But I think I've done that thing that I do when I'm painting and automatically made the eyes go in the same direction. And in the reference photo, the googly eyes are not quite going in the same direction. Let me see if I can just adjust ever so slightly. Like I've overcompensated. That's a bit better. It's the gist. Might just title this piece 4 Rocks. Or Rock Climbing. 4 Rocks. Alright, he's cute. Cool, let's leave him alone. Let's get into this rock at the back. Oh. Which is only mildly confusing now that I've changed the light source on it. I'm gonna have to just gradually adjust. It's almost disappearing into the vapor. Let's go brighter. If anyone voted in my poll yesterday, do you prefer still images or do you prefer Instagram Reels? Most people seem to prefer still images, so what I might do is post a still image every day, but then do the occasional additional Reels that just won't be on my profile. So the Reels are still quite experimental, and I'll be honest, they are a fair bit of work, so I don't think they're something I wanted to commit to every day unless it was something that people really were excited about. So I think it's more I'll just do the occasional reel. And yeah, leave it just on Instagram without being on my profile. So that way they're like little extras rather than the main way of seeing all the Oiltobers. Because like I need to take still photos anyway, so I can put them in the shop at the end of the month. So although I always say I'll take proper photos from the get-go and then at the end of the month I'd retake all the photos anyway. Although now I can try how the stills come out on the new camera as well. I can play with that. Probably not tomorrow because I've got work tomorrow, but over the next couple of days. Is it red? No. Just trying to add context for that background rock and the shadows at the front. Excuse me, I think I've got an eyelash. Eyelash. Yeah, that's a better shadow. That makes more sense. These guys are really bright for sitting in the shadow of this rock, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I think they just are that insanely bright. Why not? Ew. Just checking something. Sorry. Oh, no worries. Have a lovely night. I will see you on Wednesday. You have a lovely time. And yes, the next time I'm live streaming is Thursday night. You should come say hi if you haven't got uni. I think we'll be pretty done before 10, which is good because that means the camera might hold out. Let's not jinx it, but we can hope. This is like creating Warhammer terrain. I'm just sort of trying to make it look natural. I'm sure there's lots of techniques that Warhammer people use, but I'm sure a lot of it is washes. Washes, then detail, then washes, then detail. And you can't really do that with oil paint without taking like months to do it. Every time you do a glaze or a wash, you'd have to wait for it to dry. And I am using a fast dry medium, but it's not that fast. Like a couple of days fast, not a couple of minutes. To do this where I'm trying to just get lots of texture, I'm just literally vibrating the brush sort of up and down so it's only slightly touching each time. And then it helps it sort of just have the tiniest bit of texture. It's a very different way to use a filbert brush, which is normally for blending. And to be honest, I probably should have a more textured brush, but it's doing the job. I'm too lazy to change. It's looking a bit more natural. A little bit. Oh, did I tell you guys I picked up a new mindless video game? Not new. It's Stardew Valley. Has anyone ever played that? It's like a farming simulator game. I needed something mindless to play when I finished Pokemon Shield. Because Pokemon Shield I was sort of playing, yeah, not particularly doing the storyline, and then I realised all my Pokemon were like level 70 and level 80, and I'm like, oh yeah, I could probably take on the end of the game. And so I did, and in one night completed both endings, and then I'm like, okay, now what? And the downloadable content, the DLC is so expensive. Pokemon, it's like $60 or something. So it was not worth it when Stardew Valley was $12. Don't know if I'm gonna play the new Pokemon, the Arceus one. Some of the gameplay videos just look really drab. I do like the new version of Scyther that's come out though. He's like a rock Scyther. He's got like two big axes for his hands. He's very cute. I like how this is actually a crater of the paper, but I'm just leaving it so it's like a part of the rock. It's fun. Alright, so they're most of my highlights, so now I just need some mid-tone variation, so I don't want to be quite as bright as I am currently. Something like that. That's a nice mid-tone. And I don't want to change the values of the rocks I've got there, or the crags. I just want to add texture. Okay. It's not looking too bad. I'm quite happy with how that's coming out. Does it look like rocks? I feel like these guys look less like rocks than this does, and that's kind of the point. More highlights. That's the thing, whenever I use a darker paper, I always want my highlights to be absolutely blindingly bright. Blinding! widen this part of the rock out a little bit? Like I should. I don't know if that's just me being overly fussy. Let's add some detail to this little red dude. And then we're going to be getting pretty close. Little brush. Little brush, little brush, where are you? Some curve there. It is always a hard one to have like lighter values because it goes so wishy-washy pink so fast. Wishy-washy pink doesn't really show brighter values as much. Tend to add in a bit of yellow to make it more orange where it goes up rather than white. The texture of the paper does provide a painting challenge, and I think it's part of what helps me have less pressure in these pieces because I can't get a perfectly smooth surface no matter what I do compared to when I paint on wood or aluminium, and I fuss so much with keeping those smooth shapes really smooth and things like that. But part of the joy of this is that they're all one session paintings that I sit down and complete in just the one sitting, and the texture makes me more textural. Like here I'm adding like a giant thick blob of red to create that little highlight there. I can show you, let me zoom in. Look at that blob of red. Let me move you down. So that is actually there. A thick glob of red that I've like carved that little shape with, and I just don't do that in my normal style of painting, so this is quite freeing in a way. But that's because I'm not fighting the texture of the paper, I'm incorporating it and accepting it into the style. I think if someone was to use dodgy paper for the first time and wanted a super smooth finish, they would find it frustrating. It is high def! Such high def blobs! Look at that, you can actually see the texture of the paint that I'm working with. Like I'm icing a cake. Oh, I fucking love it. And that's the thing, like over here, let me move you over a little bit. Oop. There, I've actually incorporated the crater of the paper into the rock a little bit. So it's become part of the image forever. Thank you. I think I'm getting close to done. Let me zoom you out again. Whoop. Whoop. There's my little collection of rocks. I might just lighten up the shadow in the bottom a bit. It got a bit overly dark, but we're close. I'm just gonna add those same sort of blobs on the yellow rock dude. It has just as much definition. If you want to see someone who works on dodgy paper but does the complete opposite of what I do, let me look up their name, one sec. Someone just released this amazing collection of like Simpsons tarot cards, all painted on dodgy, and they are absolutely stunning. Let me get you their thing. Here you. Oh, what's their name? I just followed them. How do you find out who you just followed? Oh, thank you! Skillism. Let's bring them up on screen. They're amazing. I think they're all for sale now, all the pieces, but they are such a different interpretation of how to work on the same paper. My mic's still working? Yes, good. Ah. There we go. Yeah. Get over there. This is on Instagram. Look at these stunning, stunning pieces. I'm gonna bring this one up. See how, like, it's the perfect smoothness of a cartoon, but it's still got all the lovely craters and that incorporated in? They're just stunning. Look at that. How they get the lines so nice and crisp. Just magic. Wizardry and magic. But yeah, it's definitely a very different way of working on the same paper. Oh, I look at that one. This is beautiful. Look at how the eyes are looking at his butt. I love it. Ah. Oh, they're made with chunks of comics. That's also— oh, well, yeah, that's Radioactive Man, of course. I should have guessed that. Was this another custom lot as well? Yeah. That's awesome. Oh, I love it. This is all other stuff. I am the Lizard Queen. But yeah, anyway, that was just really, really cool. I'm pretty sure Rod shared that, and that's why I was all obsessed with it. But it's such a different way of approaching the same medium of paint on the textured paper, but so effective. So effective. Glub, 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 glub. I'm gonna zoom you in on little Mr. Googly Eyes while I do his highlights. Gives a nice little edge to his eye when the light's coming. Okay. Gorgeous. Good night. No worries. Thank you so much for joining. I think I'm just about done myself. There's my little rock collection. Thank you so much for everything, Rog. You have a lovely night. Oh, I'm just gonna lighten that shadow at the bottom, and then I think we're just done. Just tried to match the colour of the paper a little bit. It's not perfect, but it'll do. Just to make it a bit less oppressive. I feel like the shadow sort of took over a little bit. I'm not going to do a highlight line like I did before because we've gone with too realistic lighting. Yeah, I don't think a highlight line would help it. I think we're just about there, guys. Everyone? Sorry, I'm trying to say guys less when I refer to groups. I'm trying to say everyone. More inclusive. Bleh. Unlearning things is hard, but worth it. I'm going to slightly calm a shadow. Just finding all these tiny things to adjust. And I need to just stop. It's weird, but I like it. Could have done a generic cloudscape with a silhouette of a mountain, but I decided to be weird. I don't think this one will sell, but that's fine. I've had fun. Sometimes you need that. Alright folks, I think that's me done. Thank you so much for joining me and putting up with me messing around with the camera, which I'm going to have a lot more of a play with. Ian's already sent me some wonderful tips, which is awesome, so thank you so much for that, and I will see you all Thursday night, 8 PM Australian Eastern Standard Time. Thank you so much for joining me, and excuse my messy studio that you normally can't see in the screen. I will fix that. Seriously though, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for everyone who contributed towards the camera. I'm so happy with it already, and I've barely even tapped into its potential. But stick around on Instagram to see how I go with my Oiltobers for the rest of the week. Alright, I'll post this one in the morning because I'll wait till I can photograph it in daylight. But I love you all so much, and I hope you have a lovely night. You have a lovely one. Oh, where's the screen? Thank you.